Dan Orlovsky from ESPN's First Take, and this is what Dan Orlovsky thinks the Browns should do with Odell Beckham.
First of all, if I were the Kansas City Chiefs and the New Orleans Saints, I would call the Browns and see if they'll trade Odell Beckham. I think the Browns need to trade.
What about the Packers?
Packers are in there as well.
Yeah.
I would put them in that conversation.
To go to the Packers. Yeah.
Trade Odell to get what?
Something on the defensive side, because that is the reason why they're the biggest disappointment in football. That's why they're a 4-4 football team. This team has 2 losses this year when they scored 30 and 42. Lost 2 games this year when they scored 42.
47-42.
And the Chiefs.
In
week 1.
That's right.
They're not a 4-4 football team because their quarterback is playing with one arm and playing tough yesterday all season. They're a 4-4 football team because all the money and all the draft picks that they spent on the defensive side of the football have been an absolute and utter failure. To lose 2 games in the NFL when you score 30 and 42 is a failure. Baker Mayfield's been playing with one arm. Yesterday does matter because I thought, and I tweeted this out, Baker Mayfield, this is the biggest drive in your career. I fully expected him to go lead them down for a game-winning drive. But he got let down by his stars. That matters because sitting at 5-3 when your quarterback plays with a broken arm or a broken shoulder is a significantly different feeling than when you're sitting at 4-4.
And Scott, I agree with that. That 5-3 versus 4-4 doesn't seem like much. It's a huge deal. I don't agree with trading Odell Beckham. I don't think you're going to get anything for him at this point. But you got to figure a way to get him. He's just not involved, and that I continually sit there and go, how?
Yeah, I'm with you. 5-3 is huge compared to 4-4. I wouldn't put all the blame on the defense.
Certainly not yesterday.
They gave 15 points yesterday, right? They won the Vikings game, so I think the blame is equal to go around. But when it comes to Odell, it's truly an unsolved mystery to me, Dave, trying to figure out why the Browns can't have more success with Odell. And, I think part of it's Kevin Stefanski. He's got to be better designing plays and a game plan to get Odell the ball. I think about, it feels like every week there's a 5-yard out to Austin Hooper just to get him the ball. Well, where's that for Odell? Why isn't Odell catching easy passes to get him the ball? And he's way more explosive when he has the ball in his hands than Austin Hooper. So I think it starts with Stefanski. I think Baker Mayfield is responsible for plenty of it. Yesterday was a play he threw over the middle for Jarvis Landry. If he'd waited a beat, Odell's coming open underneath Jarvis, but he doesn't look for him. And I think that's kind of a recurring theme, that he doesn't look for him enough. Maybe it's backlash to when he looked for him too much in 2019 in the beginning of last year. And then Odell's not blame-free. There was a hot route that I think he missed. Baker was mad. It was a 2-minute drive at the end of the first half. And I think Baker expected Odell to do something he didn't. Baker winds up taking a sack, comes up saying, hey, you should have noticed that. On that deep ball down the middle late, Baker, I thought, waited too long. If he'd seen him earlier, it's an easy completion. Instead, it's late. The throw's not great. Odell kind of one-arms it with, the defense coming in. It's a tough play. He's worried about getting hit. He's got a bad shoulder. So he's not perfect by any means, but he needs to get more chances. To me, he's the Browns' most dynamic weapon on offense outside of Nick Chubb. And for him to only touch the ball one time, it's criminal.